In Eric episode 3, Edgar's things lie scattered on the ground somewhere, while George is released without charges. Cassie meets with Vincent's mum, who wants her to call a doctor for her husband, but all Cassie can think about is Edgar. Vincent goes to a party for Jerry, where he sees Richard Costello, whom he criticises for pretending to care about the poor, while busing the homeless people out of the city. Impervious to his insults, Costello introduces him to his brother-in-law, Bruno DiBari, who made his money in Hudson sanitation. On his way out, Vincent is stopped by Michael, who brings him to the station and puts him under arrest. When Cassie hears, she goes to the station to meet him and ends up meeting Marlon's mother, Cecile. Michael shows Vincent a CCTV of him exiting the house and shouting after Edgar. During interrogation, Vincent makes remarks to Eric, which can't look good from Michael's perspective. Vincent eventually tells Michael he followed Edgar and grabbed the front of his t-shirt. Somewhere he cut his head. Edgar took off the shirt and threw it at him, and Vincent then used it to wipe his head. Edgar turned and walked away. Vincent assumed he then went to school. Michael notes to Cassie that he saw a man go into their apartment building after Vincent left. The same man left with her later. Cassie, though, insists he was a friend. Costello watches a TV program about his project to relocate unhoused people. The reporter says his project will be backed by the Hudson Sanitation Company, which was awarded the contract to clean up New York's tunnels earlier this year. Costello tells Bruno it's the last time they'll work together, but Bruno implies he owes him, not the other way round. Michael offers to drive Cecile home from the station after she's been waiting there all day. Cecile tells him he should be trying to connect his missing cases. She thinks he's given up on Marlon, when he's just as worthy of being found as Edgar. Cassie asks Lenny if he thinks Vincent could have killed Edgar. Lenny says he's always been crazy, but not enough for that. Cassie then says she's met someone else and she won't live with Vincent without Edgar. That night, Lenny buzzes up one of the guys from the Lux for sex. Meanwhile, William asks Michael not to give up on the missing boys. He got out of that place and now he can do something. When Michael obtains footage of Edgar heading to school and Vincent heading to work in the opposite direction, they now have to release him. When looking at the areas Edgar and Marlon disappeared, Michael wants to connect the dots. He wants to go back and look at the Sierra raid, as well as investigate the Lux again. Once again, Crip discourages this. Still, Michael keeps digging. He even asks Noakes who 8 is, but he says only Kennedy knew. Later, Cassie apologizes to George and asks to see Edgar's drawings. She then goes to see Sebastian, who's running a food kitchen out of his van. He comforts her and assures her that Edgar is alive somewhere. And what do you know, but that somewhere in the tunnels, a child who looks to be Edgar is thrown a rope and pulled to safety. It's Yusuf who threw the rope, and now he puts Edgar into a room and tells him not to move. Raya badgers Yusuf, saying that they found the boy together, so she deserves to get something out of it. She wants to now sell him to TJ at the Lux, but Yusuf disagrees. Meanwhile, Vincent arrives at the pitch meeting with his puppet. He pitches Eric as a monster, but also as someone who represents all of us as the best and worst of us. He takes out the puppet and Eric talks about his loneliness. The other puppets surround him with comforting sayings. It looks like Jerry loves the pitch. It's only Eric Jerry wants, however. He tells Lenny that Vincent is a liability and that either he has to fire him or Jerry will. Michael and Tina then go to dinner with Crip and his wife Lorenza, who are obviously trying to play matchmaker. Later, Michael and Tina make out in the car, but Michael stops it from going any further. He asks her about Noakes' wife, Dana, and Tina says she can try and arrange a meeting between them. The detective then asks people at the Lux if they've seen Marlon, but no one says anything. Gator protests his questioning, but Michael isn't having it. He says that perhaps Gator got soft in prison, but life went on for those around him. This strikes a chord with Gator, who then tells TJ that if he messes with him, he's in trouble. At the Lux, Vincent parties without a care in the world, fully believing that his boy will be coming home now that Eric will be on the air. Meanwhile, a cleaner at the NYPD accidentally knocks over some files, revealing that Lenny has a criminal record, and that is where episode 3 of Eric comes to an end. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.